Welcome back to Game Set Bet. I'm Sarah Pararia, joined once again by Crina Mustafa, and I feel like today we're going into this day with a little less drama. We had some heavy days. We had a lot to talk about. Still lots to talk about, but I feel like it's a little bit lighter today.
Yeah.
Starting off with the one and only Nick Kyrgios and his sushi eating press conferences.
I know. It's so funny because you never really think about these players are probably really hungry when they have to do these press conferences after they finish playing. And so it's always so funny. Like in every sport, like Giannis Antetokounmpo in the NBA, he would bring like fried chicken after him just to be like eating. And like it was funny because he's just like dipping the soy sauce on his sushi. And
it was very like aggressive. Like you could tell like, yeah, he was hungry and he just wanted to consume the food. But he also had another outburst.
Yeah, probably why he was hungry.
There you go. And maybe we should start taking, the over-under on if Kyrgios is going to have an outburst. Because it's a common theme for him. It's a common theme for him at Wimbledon. So,
yeah, at this point, it's going to be like over 1.5 outbursts for Kyrgios on every match from now on. And he's playing against Tsitsipas next. So,
probably good value.
Yeah, it's probably good value to take that for sure.
Big upset yesterday, especially for the Wimbledon fans. Murray is out, and we spoke about that, and he was really favored. We were talking about it just off air right now, that the odd makers really favored Murray, almost to the point where it really seemed that Isner had no chance. And now he lost.
Yeah, it was and it was a very close one too. There were a bunch of tie breaks and the others were 6-4, but I was kind of surprised it went 4 sets. I really thought it would go the distance, but that's just a really tough loss for Andy Murray. And Isner is, when he's serving really well, then he's really, really hard to play against. That's the thing with him. And in this next matchup that he's playing against, if his serve is not there, then might be a little bit worried. But yeah, that's ultimately what happened in the Andy Murray match.
And now he goes to play Sinner, which I think is going to be one of the best games tomorrow. They're, I think, so evenly matched. And this one, we completely stayed away from a winner because it could go either way. But we know it's going to go the distance, or we sure as hell think so, because I think it's going to be a long, tough, grueling match. So you can take this match 5 sets at plus 250. Yeah. Are you swaying to one side more than the other?
I think I'm swaying to the Sinner side.
Yeah.
I think he's younger, he's fresher, he's a little bit more skilled at this point. I just think he has more to his game overall than John Isner does, and so I think we'll see the young Italian coming out of this one, even if it goes a distance.
Yeah. Either way, I'm hoping it'll just be some really interesting and fun tennis to watch. Up next, we have the favorite himself, Novak Djokovic, taking on Kekmanovic. Again, this one I find a little bit hard to find some good value just because Djokovic has been doing well, but he did lose a set in his first match, actually. Although I do think he's still going to win this match.
Yeah, I think he's just pretty much soaring by at this point, and so your best bet is just to say, okay, he might drop a set here or there, and so I think that's why we're going with this bet for both players to win a set at plus 225, but we both know that Djokovic is just cruising his way to the final.
Just hanging out almost. Like it seems like it's a leisurely trip at Wimbledon for him. And finally, for the ATP, we have Bublik and Tiafoe. Now, this one's also a pretty even matchup. Even the odd makers have them both at minus 110 to win. And both of them, their first 2 matches, they won 3 sets each. So they're both going into it, relatively like the same amount of tiredness, kind of just feeling like they haven't maybe had as much of a challenge as some other players. You're favoring Bublik a bit, though.
Yeah, it's so funny to me when the odds makers have no idea who to choose because it's like, okay, well, that doesn't really help us here. I can't either go against you or with you, but I am leaning towards Bublik here. I think Tiafoe still has a little bit to figure out. He's pretty young. He's kind of hit some struggles every now and then, and so I know my heart says Tiafoe, but my head says Bublik.
Yeah. I agree. I do want to see Tiafoe get out of this one, and I can't tell you why. For some reason, I'm just like, yes.
He's just a really fun guy to root for.
Yeah, and I like watching him play. So we'll see. Lots of big matches, and like you said, this weekend also we have Tsitsipas and Kyrgios, which is also going to be very exciting. So make sure you are staying tuned into all of this Wimbledon fun.